Greetings everyone, it's lunchtime in my kitchen, and today, as promised, we are going to make my famous fromage et trois, which is my sourdough, 3-cheese grilled cheese, tomato bisque, a pomegranate berry wedge salad, chocolate avocado mousse, and we've got our infused water already here because I knew I'd be thirsty. I'm going to start with the pomegranate because a lot of people don't know how to cut a pomegranate properly. So the first thing you want to do is take the crown off with the pomegranate. And I have a little paring knife here. So I'm going to cut a square kind of like in the top. I'm going to just take a larger knife to kind of slice that crown off. And then you can see all of the beautiful seeds in there. And then what you want to do is just go around the sides. And then you can see how all of those beautiful seeds are there. So I've got those pomegranate seeds ready to rock and roll. And we're going to get making the salad and the dressing. I got my sourdough bread ready for the grilled cheese. Take some Greek yogurt that I already put in this mason jar. We're going to add some of the pomegranate juice into there and maybe just a few of the seeds. And then we're going to add the herbs that I have crushed right here. You can use dill, thyme, rosemary, fresh basil. Then I'm going to add just about a couple capfuls of cider vinegar. To add some sweet, I've got some maple syrup here, or I got the dark maple syrup, or you can use fresh honey. So this is going to make a nice sweet and tangy dressing. I'm just going to put a little bit of that maple syrup in there, and I'm saving some for the chocolate avocado mousse. Take this mason jar and shake it up, and now we're going to have a nice, really sweet, tangy, delicious herb dressing. Take this wedge of beautiful organic iceberg lettuce. We're going to let everything kind of chill and the flavors marinate while we're cooking the soup and the cheese. Toss some walnuts and blueberries on the wedge. So I'm going to take the wedge and the salad dressing and put it in the fridge. So we're going to get that tomato bisque ready. I want to take a small saucepan. It's have a mason jar of stewed tomatoes or canned diced tomatoes. You can use either. Stewed generally has, peppers, onions, and celery in them. You could add a mirepoix of peppers, onions, and celery if you want, but we want to make this kind of a bisque and creamy, so I'm opting not to do that and puree it. So I'm going to add some butter. I'm going to melt that butter in the pan. Stirring up this butter, getting it nice and melty. So this butter is nice and melted. You just want it to be melted, not too hot. So you want to turn down the heat. You don't want it to burn. And then we're going to add some of these nice, beautiful tomatoes. You can also add some herbs. And we're just going to stir that up and let that start to heat through. And now it's turning this beautiful kind of biscuity color. And when we add the cream, it's just going to be gorgeous. All right, this is nice and heated through now. So we're going to stir in the cream. You could also use whole milk. You could use Greek yogurt. If you're doing dairy-free, you could use whatever dairy substitute. And look at that beautiful biscuity color now. Put this on the side at a low heat because you don't want it to break. And then we're going to get going with our fromage et trois, the pièce de résistance. So I've got my 2 slices of sourdough bread here. And I'm going to butter those. I've got some nice, soft, salted butter. I prefer the real thing, and grass-fed and from a farm is even better if I can get it. So the 3 cheeses I'm using today are grass-fed sharp cheddar, and I've also got Munster, and I've got some grated mozzarella. So I'm going to butter up this other slice of bread. And I also like to sometimes put basil on my grilled cheese. I'm going to put that on top. And we're going to get this baby going. I'm going to turn up the heat a little bit so that will melty there. And like I said last time, I like to sprinkle some fresh herbs on there. You could sprinkle some Parmesan cheese or whatever you like. I like to do my grilled cheese on a lower heat so that cheese really melts inside. And then we can brown it up when we flip it. And it will be a nice golden brown. So we have our beautiful grilled cheese here. It's just about nice and melted in the center, getting a nice golden brown there. Here we have our tomato bisque. Oh, that looks nice and hot. I'm going to take the soup and ladle it into this nice, beautiful little bowl. Or into the bowl. Oh, this smells and looks delicious and creamy and gorgeous. I'm so excited for this beautiful soup. And now we've got our beautiful grilled cheese. Oh, look at that color. Nice. I'm gonna plate up this decadent grilled cheese. I'm gonna use a pot holder because that's hot. Oh, I can see the cheese oozing out already. Look at that nice crust. We're gonna cut that baby in half. Oh yeah, look at that oozy cheese. That's what we want. And I'm going to show you our beautiful lunch that we have made up for you today, including dessert. We're going to top the soup with some pretty little basil leaves here, a little of that extra cheese I had from the grilled cheese, and a few fresh herbs. So for the chocolate avocado mousse, all it is the meat of one avocado, cocoa powder, and maple syrup or honey. You could use a little vanilla, and that's it. And we're going to blenderize it in this little mini food processor. Taking the meat of one avocado and getting that into this little mini food processor. We're going to blenderize this avocado. We're going to add the cocoa powder, and then we're going to add the maple syrup. I'm adding a little mixture of water with lemon juice in here that will give it a nice consistency. Look at this deliciousness. And I've even got a berry on my pinky. Yum, yum, yum. Look at this. Look at this beautiful lunch. We have got the pomegranate wedge salad with blueberries and walnuts. We have the tomato bisque. We have the grilled cheese fromage et trois on sourdough with a side of pineapple and a pickle, and our chocolate avocado mousse. So now for the taste test. I've been waiting to do this all day. I'm going to take this fabulous grilled cheese. I'm going to dip it into the tomato. Hear that crunch? That oozy delicious cheese. I'm going to take a nice sip of this delicious soup. Wow. I need another bite of grilled cheese. Look at the beautiful pomegranate color with the blueberries and the tomatoes and that fantastic dressing. I got out a steak knife because, you know, traditionally wedge salads are quite often served at steakhouses. And I'm going to get a nice crispy bite here with that dressing, with a mouthful of pomegranate, a walnut, and a blueberry. We have the delicious savory and crunch of the grilled cheese. We've got the savory and tangy of the tomato bisque. We've got the tart and sweet and bountiful salad, wedge salad with blueberries, pomegranate seeds, walnuts, and tomato, and that beautiful dressing. And for dessert, a little kiss from the chef, chocolate avocado mousse. And I like to dip pineapple in it. There's something about pineapple and chocolate. Yowza! Till next time, folks, have fun in the kitchen.